As a public defender, Judge Karen fought for her client's rights. She was elected to the bench because she believes in doing the right thing.
I'm very passionate about helping people, period. Sometimes life pulls you from up here to down here to teach you a lesson, and you're in a valley right now. And there are lessons in this valley. I hope you learn from them.
Objective, independent justice.
You can always turn your life around. If you keep walking, you can overcome whatever circumstances you're facing.
This is Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. DJ Alexa Johnson is suing Sydney Sterling in the amount of $500. Ms. Johnson claims she was hired for a family reunion and says Mr. Sterling refused to pay her after a fight broke out on the dance floor.
So, Ms. Johnson, you're suing for $500, and this has to do with DJ performance fees. Is that right?
Correct.
So how do you know the defendant?
We met years ago. We worked at the same radio station together. He was the ad sales rep, and I was the on-air talent.
Okay, so you were a radio DJ?
Radio DJ.
For how long were you doing that?
We did it for 2 years together.
All right, so this has to do with a family reunion?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so who was hosting the family reunion?
That was me, Your Honor.
Just you, not other family members?
Yes.
You were responsible for paying for everything?
Yes.
Okay, and where was the event being held?
The event was being held in Georgia. It was Macon, Georgia.
Okay, I've been to Macon. Nice little town.
Yes.
Good barbecue.
Oh, yes, very good.
Okay. All right, so you contracted with Miss Johnson for DJ performances?
Yes, Your Honor.
Services?
Yes,
Is that
Your Honor.
right? All right. So is she pretty popular in Macon?
Yeah, she's pretty popular, and she's one of my close friends, too, so I was all like, you know, might as well.
Right. So you two were close friends before this happened?
Well, I wouldn't say like close friends, but I was like one of her mentors. When she first came to the radio station, she came to me, and I gave her like tips on, you know, like how to look at the rates and how to, you know, like just make people that's paying your bills happy. Instead of, you know, worrying about everybody, just worry about the people that's paying your bills.
Oh, okay. So I have hired DJs for parties I've had, and usually the DJ will say, well, what kind of music, and is there like a list of songs you want to hear? Do you do that?
Yes, I did that with him, ma'am.
Okay, did she tell you that? Say, give me a list of songs, and did she tell you that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you give her a list of songs?
No, I didn't, Your Honor.
Okay, why didn't you give her a list of songs?
I didn't give her a list of songs because, well, for one reason, I just asked her to play one thing, and that was basically for my mom, because my mom, she's like a big Motown fan. Okay. So, you know, that's all I was expecting out of the night.
For 4 hours of just Motown music?
Well, you know, like, she could switch it up like Motown, and just like, I didn't want like any profanity or any of like the music that they have now, because I honestly feel like the music that they have now is not that good.
Right. So you understood what you were being asked to do?
Yes.
Okay, so in your mind, what were you gonna do based on what he wanted?
I did exactly what he asked, ma'am. I got a list together of songs for Motown.
Motown songs,
and some hip-hop songs that the younger generation could also
that were clean.
They were all clean.
Okay.
No profanity.
All right, so we get there, everything is going well at first?
Yes, Your Honor.
Everything was great.
So what happened?
Well, I played a lot of Motown songs.
Right.
And then a lady came up to the booth and made a request for a Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell song.
Okay, well, that's Motown.
That's Motown.
Okay, what was the song?
The song was "If You're All Need to Get By."
Oh yeah, okay.
It was a lovely song, and I know that his mother's favorite artist is Marvin Gaye, so I thought.
Is that true?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Okay, you thought that was his mama?
At first I did.
Okay.
Turns out, Your Honor, that the lady wasn't my mother. She was actually my father's. She was his new girlfriend.
And how long had your parents been, are they divorced?
Yes.
How long have they been divorced?
For about a month.
Oh, at the time of this incident?
Yes. They was only divorced for about a month.
Whose family reunion was this? Your mother's side or your father's side?
My father's side.
Your father's side?
Yes.
Well, why did your mother come?
Well, I tried to talk her out of it,
but you said they had only been separated like a month.
Yes.
40 years, and we've been separated a month, and I'm like, okay with it? I don't think so. I don't think so. So what happened during the song?
So during the song, when the song turns on, you know, I'm thinking everything is okay until my sister, she comes and grabs me and tells me, you know, like, oh, you need to come and see this. So when I go in to see this, it's the new girlfriend, you know, like bumping and grinding on the dad.
Right.
And my mom.
On your dad?
Yes.
Oh, you say the dad?
Yeah, my apologies. I should say my dad.
And has he become the dad now? Not my dad? It's just him?
Well, yeah, you know, I can't. But I see him, you know, like they're dancing together and they're dancing a little bit too close.
Right.
So my mom, she got so mad, and I'm like protective over my mom. So
Right.
I didn't really like step into it, but I asked
Right.
my sister, like, can
Right.
she go take my dad outside and, you know, like explain to him that even
Right.
though this is your family, that is disrespectful.
Right.
You knowing that your ex-wife for 40 years is here. But I seen my mom get up and she like walked over there and told her like, oh, like they was arguing back and forth.
Well, now she and a new girl.
Yes.
I thought she didn't have a problem with her.
No, she had a problem with it.
Oh, okay. So
she just don't like to.
Right.
I guess
Didn't you think that my daddy is probably going to come to this family reunion that his family hasn't had in so many years with his new woman?
I was thinking that too, but I tried to talk her out of it. But what she told me was she's not gonna let no female dog, you know, like mess. Of course, she didn't say.
She
female.
didn't say female dog.
Yeah, but
She said one of the words she doesn't want to hear the rap song.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
She said she's not gonna let that lady mess up her family.
Oh, so she was there to take her husband back.
Coming up on Supreme Justice.
And
So
then
why are we here?
I put on another Marvin Gaye song,
Okay.
Let's Get It On.
Let's get it on.
To end the
okay.
night.
If you put on a slow song like
Right.
that, especially after an altercation that just happened like that, I don't think that's the best idea.
And later,
I just wanted to come to make my facial, which was, according to the email, $90.
Okay.
And
You didn't care about what she was using. You just wanted to make sure it was that's $90.
closed captioning provided by. If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Alexa Johnson, who is suing Sydney Sterling for non-payment of services.
What went down then with this song?
Well, during the altercation, while the song was going on, I saw that things were going the wrong direction.
The altercation is just between the mother and this new lady.
The mother's new lady and her sisters jumped in as well.
Your aunts jumped in.
Yes.
Your daddy's sisters.
Yes.
It didn't end up in blows or anything.
No. Right away when I saw that happening, I changed the song to something that I thought would, because the power of music to make people happy.
So what did you put on?
The electric slide.
So then, what happened when the electric slide came on?
Everything got back to being
Not these people arguing, because they wouldn't have cared.
They
that you were
separated
playing.
them.
Yeah,
and
but
then
they wouldn't have cared that you were playing electric slide.
Well, they went off the dance floor, and then the other people came back on the dance floor.
Okay, they started
Everybody
the electric
else at
slide.
the party.
Okay, so I don't understand why we're here.
Well, at the end of the night, I do the standard DJ end of the night segment where I put on a slower song that has a lesser volume, so that I can introduce myself and give them the contact information if they want to book me for the private. That's how my business works, word of mouth.
That takes no time.
And then I thank them for giving me the opportunity to dance.
You're 4.5 hours in at this point.
Exactly.
Okay.
And
so
then
why are we here?
I put on the last song. I tell them this is the last song, and I put on another Marvin Gaye song. Let's Get It On.
Let's Get It On.
To end the night.
Now, Your Honor.
Well, it wouldn't have been my choice for the last song. No, just it wouldn't have been my choice. But what was wrong with the song?
What I believe was wrong with the song was I thought that she would have got it. Like I think that like anybody would get common sense. If you put on a slow song like that, especially after an altercation that just happened like that, I don't think that's the best idea.
Right. What do you think she should have ended the night with?
I think like.
There's no way I could play another line dancing song.
Well, you know, DJs, they're supposed
Last Dance. Donna Summer's Last Dance. That's what most DJs play at the end of the night.
That is.
At least my era. That's what they played. So you're here because she played Let's Get It On?
No, Your Honor. I'm here because another altercation happened.
Okay, what happened then?
While she played that
You acted like this DJ was in control of your family.
No,
I mean, they hear a song and then they start kicking off their shoes and throwing off their hats. And they want to Let's Get It On.
No, but here's the thing, Your Honor. When that song came on, my mom, I guess she wanted to get revenge. Right. So my mother and father, they got a divorce. And also my father's brother got a divorce. So my mom, she got up and grabbed my father's brother and started bumping and grinding with him.
Right.
Yeah, to try to get revenge back at, I guess, try to get revenge back at my dad.
Right, and so what happened?
So I get mad because I'm outside. I'm putting like flowers in my car because I have to like put up everything.
Right. So, but what's wrong with that?
No.
Your mama's free and your uncle is free.
Well.
What's the problem with that? Was there a fight?
Yes, there was. When I walked in, right as I'm
Your daddy got mad?
Yes. Right as I'm walking in, my dad like just takes off on my uncle.
Right.
And
so they start a fight?
Yes, like punches are thrown, slaps are thrown, wigs are coming off, you know, like.
Wigs came off?
Yes, like a lot happened, Your Honor. A lot happened.
Who broke that fight up?
Well, I broke it, and like some of my other family members, like my cousins, we broke it up. And
okay, so wait, so now you don't want to pay this lady what you owe her because she played Let's Get It On?
Well, yeah, well, when you make it sound like that, it sounds bad, but yeah.
It is bad. It is bad. You got bigger problems than a DJ that played Let's Get It On. I mean, the problems with the way adults behaved at this party. I mean, how could you ask somebody that you hired and paid to like read the signals going on this side of the room and that side of the room and don't play G17? There used to be a song, please, mister, don't play G17 because it was our song. I mean, she's supposed to know that? You know, what Let's Get It On is gonna mean and what Ain't Nothing Like the Real Thing is gonna mean, and how is she supposed to know that? I mean, you should have given her a list of songs not to play. I mean, you didn't even give her a list of what to play. She at least played Motown, and one thing for sure, she played Motown.
Yes, Your Honor.
Just like you asked.
Yes,
and it's a shame that your friendship is over this money. You're gonna give her those $500.
Yes, Your Honor.
What's going on with mom and daddy now? They back together?
No, Your Honor.
Is mom and your uncle together?
No, Your Honor. They're not together.
You think it's a possibility that?
I hope not, but I don't put nothing past anybody, so.
Right, exactly. And they're grown folks. You just gotta let these grown folks do what they're gonna do and move on with your own life, really.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm ready to rule judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $500. Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $500.
I'm so happy I got my $500. And how was I supposed to know that they were going to get it on when I played the song Let's Get It On?
Well, I told you not to play any slow songs. It was still a slow song, but it is what it is.
Coming up.
When the facial ended, what happened?
I went to pay. She gave me a machine to pay. I paid, and I found out that I paid 3 times more than I expected.
Closed captioning provided by. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Audrey Kirst is suing esthetician Christine Foligno in the amount of $242. Ms. Kirst claims Ms. Foligno falsely advertised her services and says she was overcharged for a facial.
All right, Ms. Kirst, you're suing Ms. Foligno for $242 for fraud, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, and how do you know the defendant?
My esthetician, she suddenly left to another city.
Okay.
And I had to look for somebody else, and my friend, she referred me Ms. Foligno. And actually, Ms. Foligno wrote me an email saying that she provides signature brightening facial for $90.
Okay.
And this price sounded reasonable for me, but I decided to check other estheticians.
Right, but $90 is a cheap facial.
Yeah, it's a good price.
It's a nice. Well, you know, it's not about you. I get facials 2 or 3 times a month, and $90 is a cheap facial unless it's spa month.
Yeah.
But otherwise, that's a cheap facial.
Yeah.
Okay, so but you had to go to her house to get the facial.
Yeah, so you know, it's not the same kind of service as if you go like to spa.
Right,
or
well,
like
you don't get the steam room, the sauna, you don't get the meditation, they don't bring you the tea and everything. I get it.
Right, but yeah, it's still
different. But it was $90.
Yeah, it's still different.
But what were the products you were using? What products were you using for her?
I'm using exactly the same products that people use in the spa. The only
but people use different products in different spas.
Yeah,
there's different lines of beauty products depending on which spa you go to. How many facials had you done before you did the plaintiff's facial?
I was just starting.
So she was your first facial?
I mean, one of the first.
So when you get to her house, are you pleased with the products? You were pleased with what the setup was like?
I just wanted to come to make my facial, which was, according to the email, $90.
Okay.
And
you didn't care about what she was using. You just wanted to make sure it was just $90.
Coming up.
You two are both speaking English, which is not the native language of either one of you, and you're speaking it to each other.
That's true.
And so I think there might have been some confusion going on.
Closed captioning provided by. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Audrey Kirst, who is suing Christine Foligno for fraud.
What did you do then?
I was just trying to say, okay, would you like me to change the product or to remove it because you feel your skin dry? Or
did she ask you if you wanted her to remove the product?
I don't remember such things.
That didn't happen?
She only started to, do you want this? Do you want this? And
right. So what happened when the facial ended?
Yeah, like, first of all, I wasn't happy.
What happened when the facial ended? When the facial ended, what happened?
I went to pay. She gave me a machine to pay. I paid, and I found out that I paid 3 times more than I expected.
How much did you pay?
$332.
You paid $332?
Yes.
Why did she charge her $332?
Actually, at the moment I was asking her if she was happy with my treatment, she told me that she wanted something different, something like to deep clean the skin. And I told her, oh yes, actually I have like a pumpkin seed peel.
Did she offer you this pumpkin seed peel?
She every step of the facial, she asked me, do you want this? Do you want this? So I told, yes, if it's a part of the facial, make it.
Right.
No,
because I don't know like how
she
to do
just said,
facial.
okay, I just want to get rid of it. I want to get away. Please
well, you know
finish
what?
your work.
This is what I'm thinking. Yeah. It's because when you're both talking to me, I really have to listen to you to understand what you're saying. And you two are both speaking English, which is not the native language of either one of you, and you're speaking it to each other.
That's true.
And so I think there might have been some confusion going on.
Yes.
Judge Karen's verdict when Supreme Justice returns. Promotional consideration provided by. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen.
You put out there that there is a facial for $90. She apparently didn't understand you because it's not real clear what's happening here. And there was confusion. She's saying you didn't tell her it's going to cost her more money. Do you think this lady knows pumpkin lactic peel? I mean, really? Did you really know what it was? I've asked you what products you use, and you can't even tell me what products you use. You couldn't even tell me. You say what's common. You are talking to Spa Queen right here, okay? It is nothing common. Every place is different. You don't just go down to Walgreens somewhere and get your products and tell people you're going to charge them $90 for a facial. I believe there was a misunderstanding here on both parts. You both misunderstood each other, and I'm just going to split the baby on this one. It's $242. I'm going to split it in half. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $121. Good luck to you both.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $121.
I'm glad that I got some part of the money back, and I think you just should be more clear in the future.
If you just check my website, everything would have been clear.
This has been a production of Entertainment Studios.